Hey guys, it's strange for me to be in the front of the classroom today, but there were a couple questions that kept coming up over and over again during our revision workshop today, and I just wanted to make sure that you guys all had the answers to these questions as you're going through the revision process and following the steps of the writer's process, and really crystallizing what it is that you want to say in these mini essays. This compare with how you really connect and are similar to the character that you chose from Walk Two Moons, and the contrast with really how you are, or contrast depending on how you say it, with how you're different from this character that you still connect with, even though you may not necessarily be exactly like them at all times. So I let you guys know that during your revising process, I wanted you to pay attention specifically to 3 of the 6 quality traits of writing. Ideas and content is one of them, because I really need specificity from you. Remember, specificity, the root word is specific, which should let you know the types of details I'm looking for. If you're trying to say, Phoebe and I are both selfish, but then you don't elaborate, I have no specific evidence or proof or support for that thesis. Does that make sense? I really need a specific example. It would be like if I said I'm the fastest person in Cheektowaga, and I lined up myself against a 107-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a person from the middle school who was on crutches. That support for my thesis isn't quality, it's not relevant, and it's not specific. So that I'm looking for quality, relevancy, and specificity in your support for your thesis, okay? Also, flow of readability. Remember, I have lots of cool stuff at my house. I have video games, I have cable, I have movies, I have my wife who I happen to like quite a bit, I've got exercise equipment, I've got a kitchen that I like to cook stuff in, I've got a backyard that I like to do work in. I've got all this stuff that's competing for my attention, and then I've got 100 essays about your similarities and differences from a character in a book that I've read probably 20 times, and that everybody got the same assignment. And there's probably 4 or 5 different characters that you've chosen from. Which means that if you're not having fun writing it, I'm not having fun reading it. And I'd probably rather be doing one of my other cool things that I have at my house. So, flow of readability is very important. I am this, Sal is this. I am this, Sal is this. I have this, Sal has this. Ugh. Really? Are you just doing the assignment to get it done? Because if that's the case, why? This is a personal assignment about a book that you liked and a character that you connected to in it and about yourself. If you can't muster enough gumption or effort, really, to put your thoughts out there, why would anybody want to read it, including me who assigned it, right? So make sure that your organization and your sentence fluency work to actually craft something meaningful. Remember, compare and contrast is something that you're going to need for the rest of your life. It's how we choose everything. It's how we choose stupid things like what soda to drink, or pop. Gosh, my wife is infiltrating my thinking. She's a New York Cityite, and she says soda. It's killing me. What kind of pop we drink, what kind of pizza we like, all the way up to like what kind of cars we buy, where we want to live, what neighborhood, what house, and by the way, our friends and who we might marry someday. I mean, these are skills to have. But just like with any other skill, you start small. And you start with less consequence. Well, a character from a book is starting small. You're using these skills, you're developing these skills, and you're also developing your written communication skills at the same time. You know how to talk. Writing is talking that you're recording. That's it. That's all that is. Make it interesting, make it flow, make it readable, make it fluent. Organize it so that it's a quality piece of writing. I'm going to leave screen for 1 second so that I can get my example but I'm going to show you how you really just need to finish an essay. And you don't stop at the bare minimum. Now, when I wrote mine, I had actually only asked for 10 sentences the first time through, but I noticed I was getting kind of garbagey sort of results, so I upped it to 15 for this year. But I want to show you just how elaborate and broad and smooth an essay that's really kind of short and only about a couple of different things can be when you take the time to make sure you're doing it. Now, there it is. I found it. Okay, so this is my contrast paragraph. I'm going to read it for you. You can get it from, I think 2 days ago's post, or actually it wouldn't be 2 days ago, it would have been last Thursday's post when I gave the assignment. You can see my examples. It's this right here that's attached to it. You can go back and take a look at it. It's from Thursday's post. Okay, but it says, apart from the difference in our age, Gramps and I also have a few personality differences that separate us. That's a quality 7th grade sentence. Right? Not, we both have hair. Or, Sal is a girl and so am I. Right? Those are really baby things. A 2nd grader could tell me, you're an adult, I'm a kid. A 2nd grader could tell me that. Don't put it in your 7th grade paper. Listen to this. Apart from the difference in our age, Gramps and I also have a few personality differences that separate us. Gramps definitely has a loose interpretation of the law. He let Sal drive his car at the age of 13. I understand where he was coming from, but there's no way on this earth that I would let someone her age break the law like that, and I certainly wouldn't let them drive my car. Along the same lines, I'm a bit shyer than Gramps. He thinks nothing of taking off his pants in public. Who does that? Another way Gramps is not shy is in his obvious sentimentality. He is always sharing his feelings and memories with the people around him. While I do that too, it seems much easier for him than it is for me. I'm shy about my feelings even when I do open up to someone. Overall, the differences between me and Gramps are fewer than our similarities, but we do still seem to differ in how much of our true selves we show at all times. Then again, who knows what I'll be like in 50 years. That was 13 sentences, but they were quality crafted sentences that I made sure had an organization, that I made sure had some sort of flow, some sort of fluency to them, and that were supporting my overall thesis of saying that, you know what, even though we're similar, we've got some personality differences too. Hopefully this is clearing up some of your questions about what you should really be writing about and what you should really be focusing on when you're revising these. Because remember, when you are trying to convince somebody of something, and you are in this is an opinion statement. You are saying, I am like this person, or I am not like this person. And then you are setting out to prove it. Anytime we are setting out to prove things, we need quality support for that thesis. Okay? We're going to continue our revisions on our own, because tomorrow you guys are moving into the collage phase of this project, where you are working on using symbolism to put together something like this that visually represents either you, the character, or both of you. Okay? More on that tomorrow. I'll see you later.